Hey, what's going on, guys? So I got a cool one to show you today. This is a knife from CJRB. Alright, you get the little go-to pouch. Of course, you get the nicer, in this case, a nicer cleaning cloth and a nice velvety case. I have to say, you know, this is nice. You see all these Chinese knives that are giving us these luxury accessories. Now, you know, some people don't like it because they'd rather pay $10 less for the knife or $5, whatever it is. They don't want to invest in accessories. But I'm just saying, when you have, and this is a $50 knife. A $50 knife and even $20, $30 knives is so common now to come in this type of packaging. But I'm not seeing this with the $250 knives, the $300 knives, the $350 knives, the $400 knives. Why? Why is it that the $400 knife is coming in a cardboard box and it's oh well? I don't know. But anyway, I don't really care about it, but I don't have a choice. If I want this knife, it comes with that kind of stuff, so kind of cool. I have so many of these things now that I can just start wiping myself with them and throwing them out. That's how many I have. I'm not going to do that, though, don't worry. So, this one is the CRJB Bolt. All right. Amazon finds. These are $50, $49.99 as of the filming of the video, of course. That can always change. Very cool knife. What sets this apart, essentially, is we have an axis lock with what they call a fin. They don't call it an axis lock. They call it a crossbar lock. But that's how they describe this, is a crossbar lock with a fin. All right, so we have just an attachment. That's essentially the only difference between this and every other similar knife. It's kind of cool. It reminds me kind of like a shark lock, but it's not. It is completely different. It's just attached to these bars, okay? That is all. But it does give you more options, which is pretty cool. So let me rip off some specs here real quick. We got 3.25 inches on our blade, which is an AR RPM9. I've talked about that steel before from CRJB. 4.2 inches closed, simple black G10, some checkering on here on both sides. 4.2 inches closed and 2.6 ounces in the weight department. So what's cool about the fin here, all right, is that you could use just the fin to open it, as you saw. It's depressing the axis lock, or again, crossbar lock. I think I'll always call it an axis lock. But that's it. It opens the lock. You can flip the blade open to lock it. So let's see, how many ways do we have to open and close this knife? Well, thumb stud, 1. It is ambidextrous, so you can do the left side too. 2. All right. The front side of the crossbar lock, 3. The back side, 4. The fin, 5. And I guess both the front and back of the crossbar, 6. So 6 different ways to open and close this, depending on whatever comfort level you may have. For me, I usually grab, for any axis type lock, I'll usually grab both. It's just more stable. It puts less pressure on a single finger. It's just easy. It's fine. But with this one, I have found myself using this to open it. But more so, when I'm done cutting with something in my testing, I can also drop it with this. So it's a little awkward. Sorry, I'm pulling a piece of skin off my finger. It's a little awkward to try to drop the blade a little like that with the sides, but what I can do, and what I've done just naturally, not even thinking about it much, is kind of like with some Spydercos, where I will, with a compression lock, I will release the lock, but catch it on my finger here because we have a blade choil. So we have a section here, obviously, under the blade that is not sharpened, and if your finger is up high enough, you could drop that. You're not going to cut yourself. It's going to hit the ricasso here. All right, so there's no worries. You could drop it, change your position, and then close it like that. That seemed to be a natural kind of cool way to close this knife after I was using it. Only drawback with this one is because of that fin, it's in a position where normally my thumb would be. My thumb would be here, so it's pointy and uncomfortable. I can't rest it there. So I'm forced to either choke up, which is what I've done, which is comfortable. It's totally fine. There's a little jimping on the back. It's purposeful. It's not super grippy or anything, but it works. Give you a close-up here. Or choke down. Now, if I choke down, this works like a thumb ramp. There's no jimping on the back side here, but it is jimped on the top, obviously, for grip to pull it down. The problem with this, though, is I have larger hands, so it's a little uncomfortable to choke down because the knife is, I'm not holding as much as the knife. It just feels weird to me, so I've choked up instead, which has been totally fine. All right, again, these are minor things when I'm talking about, you know, testing and doing this or doing that. It's not something I'm like super focused on. It's not super uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just something I noticed when I literally took it out of the box, rested my thumb, and the point went right into my thumb. And I'm like, I can't do that. So even when I take the knife out, I might forget. I'll feel that and just transition forward. Not a big deal at all. A lot of times, you guys know, when I'm doing certain cutting tasks, I'll choke up all of it like this, rest my finger on the top of the handle here, and put my thumb on the blade, and I'll do stuff like that. So I'm holding the blade a lot of times too, so it's not a huge deal for me. It just depends on, you know, what cutting task. Pot clip works totally fine. Tip up, right side carry, of course, is going to be our natural go-to for a lot of knives these days. This is a deep conceal carry, so this will basically barely show the top, at least in my pants. There is a lanyard hole in here, open frame, all right, which is nice. Simple design. It is skeletonized. You can see the cutouts there. All right. The texturing was not an issue at all with the pot clip, okay? It's a nice, like, springy clip. Like, it has a lot of give to it. Some clips that are stiffer, I find, are just very uncomfortable to take in and out of the pocket. This one, when you go to push the material, it just lifts up easier. You know what I mean? The pocket clip makes a huge difference to me on a lot of Foley knives because that's how you're carrying them. You're clipped to your pocket for the most part. And so if it's hard to get in and out of your pocket, it just becomes a deterrent. It just makes it not fun, even if it's a really cool knife. So no issues with pot clip. Like I said, the texturing is very light. It's barely there. Visually you see it, but you know, you almost don't feel it. It just feels like regular G10. Like this here feels about what that is there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just another $50 Chinese knife option, excuse me, on Amazon. But it's kind of cool. I do dig the fin there. Again, with that kind of drop close, I think it's pretty neat. All right, you can see markings on the blade here real quick. And I did oil this up recently because I cleaned the blade. So sorry about that. But you can see the AR RPM 9 on the right. And then the model number J, was that 1960? Yeah, J1960. All right, so that's the exact model number. But I believe this one is called the Bolt. And on the front, CRJB. So yeah, I dig the kind of orangey. Well, it's more red in person. But it is... it's kind of cool color contrast. There is a a couple color options. I want to say one's grayish, and it has this, and then there's a green one where the stud is stainless. It's just, you know, satin. And I kind of dig the green one too, but you know, the black, it just stood out to me as, again, something different. I do love the colored stud on this knife though, being all black like that. It just kind of stands out, makes it easy to find. Not that it's ever hard. I can do it in the dark, sticking up there. But I don't know, just a little bit different. Again, the fin and the colored thumb stud basically separates this from a million different knives that are just like it and work just as good for various prices. You know what the knife market's like. It's very saturated right now. There's just so many options to choose from. So many knives. Why would you pick this one over another one? I don't know. That's just up to you. It's just another option. It's like with sneakers or something. Why would you get the Adidas? You can get the new Nikes. Whatever. It's whatever floats your boat. You think it looks cool, I'm here to tell you that it works great. It works very good. For $50, I really do like the blade seal. Again, I've touched upon that in previous videos. It's good. Good. But it seems to be a theme lately. There's been a lot of really good $30 to $70 Chinese knives. I kind of dig them all for different reasons. But this one's another good one. So, in case you're looking for something new, might be an option. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you, of course, have this knife, let me know your thoughts and feelings on it below. But until tomorrow, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you with another video tomorrow. Take care.